Kyle Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Corps Cadets, the world-famous 12th man, Lady Reveille, and early indication, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Georgia going up tempo. They're going to give him another chance on 2nd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Buys a little time with his feet. And it's caught! Touchdown, Georgia! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. Pulls it in on the right. All kinds of running room. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup of the 25. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Parker. Makes the catch and knocked down. No huddle, offense to the line.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Texas A&M going up tempo. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They go to the ground. Showing off the arms. Bust through behind his pad. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Finds his man. It's battle. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the officials see something to bring it back? A 1st down for the offense. Dropping back, it's Kane. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the right. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's coming out, and the ball's free deep in his own territory. Grabbed by the kicking team.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
Touchdown, Dogs! A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, the ground game. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running with football all the way back to the R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Quick completion to the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. From the gun, running back gets to give.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. The back goes in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Snagged on the outside, it's Parker. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Nice route, nice catch by this receiver. What's important for a quarterback throwing the in route to a guy in the slot?
Well, I think he has to have great timing, and I think the receiver needs to get his right depth so that they know exactly where each other is going to be and when the ball is going to be in the air. These two have outstanding timing for one another.
Texas A&M 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. A little release to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Tosses to the quarterback. They're bringing heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And that's a really unique situation to run the flea flicker, David. I was caught off guard, too. I think normally you run that on first or second down. There they went on third down instead of just throwing it conventionally, and I wonder if they wish they would have called something else.
Well, because usually third down I'm thinking pass, right? So I'm not really biting on that run fake. It's not as big of a priority. Like first down, second down to me is a better opportunity to run those, but at least it didn't turn into an interception or a bad play for this offense, just an incompletion.
It's complete to the right. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Offense set on first down. Leaves it with the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Kane. Lofts one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down 2 notches.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Steps away. Firing to the right, complete. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping.
Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. getting set for first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Quick release on the RPO. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Kane. Makes the grab on the left. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up for the PAT. Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Off the play fake. Trying to get to him. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Throwing right. He's got it. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Quick strike complete. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Dances away to buy time. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
All right, defense, you know.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Using the quick game. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They're going to throw it again. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Dumps it to the back. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Off the play fake on first down. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Finds a crease at the 20. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Corners are going to bail. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. To the air, it's Kane. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. South Alabama was able to finish off a close one inside Hancock-Whitney Stadium today. They did just enough, both offensively and defensively, to come away with the dub. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's a big stride inside the 10. Georgia made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it's certainly.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That's now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Kane. Lets it fly deep downfield. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on what's likely the final play of the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On the run, still looking. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They'll run it from the gun. It'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the 3rd quarter started. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put...
Afterburners coming. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started.
Georgia, number 99, with the carry.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to advance on the football.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll go to the ground. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, wants to throw. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He lofts one down the sideline. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. On the return, it's Kingsbury. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Going to the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. The give to the tailback. Open space at the 25. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. The Dogs will hustle to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Catch in the middle. It's battle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
Between the uprights, it's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Second down coming up. Out of the gun, the inside kid. Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13.
At the 13-yard line. Third down coming up. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 65, Texas A&M 7.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Running back goes in motion. On third down, he drops the throw. Takes the easy completion. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won third down and forced him on fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Kingsbury. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Looking downfield, it's Kane. Just a short pass to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their
Touchdown, Georgia! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. And he knocked that one right down the middle, lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Fast motion from the offense. Off play action on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Didn't get it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He wants to throw. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quick pass on the fly motion. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
He'll bring it back. It's Kingsbury. And he loses the football. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Parker. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. He's going to pass. Got his man quickly. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He caught it.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration. Great.
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock. Fires one high and deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And man, this guy's shown you the whole gambit, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Georgia going up tempo. Looking to throw, it's Kane. Getting some heat. Gets rid of it. Got a man. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torn.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the route is on. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. He's taking the deep shot. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And he goes to the ground, and that's how this